So, welcome to the third 4 weeks on our nutrition special for these Facebook Lives. Again, joined by Helen from the Bosworth Clinic, who's come to kind of talk to us about the differences between men and women when talking about nutrition. And I think it is explained really nicely when we look at the very first question that we got asked. We said, please fire away any questions in comments below, which was, I didn't realise there was a difference between the genders, and that came from a woman who, I guess it highlights exactly why having this conversation today is really exciting. So, nice to have you talking about this. I guess we should probably start off with talking a little bit more about kind of almost why is there a gender difference, and it comes down to essentially the menstrual cycle periods, as people know that. So, do you want to just talk us through a little bit about kind of what happens and how that kind of changes things within the female body?
So, as the female will know, obviously, while we say the 28-day cycle, that could vary. It could be shorter, it could be longer. But for today, we'll base it on for ease, we'll base it on a 28-day cycle. So the first phase, the first 2 weeks, 14 days, the body tends to have lower hormonal secretion, and towards ovulation, so from about day 12, 13, day 10 to about 13, we see an increase in estrogen. Just before ovulation, that then dips. Then, as we move into the second half, it's very much the high hormone phase where we see estrogen picking up again slightly, but also progesterone picking up, which is a very powerful hormone that has all sorts of impacts through the body, which is what we're going to discuss, how that impacts fueling for sports nutrition. And then we see those hormones coming down just as you go into the start of the cycle, which is classed as day 1, and then we have a few days of low hormones. I'll explain that clearly. So basically what we're saying is that through the month, hormones start from a very low level, go up, come down slightly, then go up again, then come down.
And it's that change in hormones at different points which make a huge number of physiological differences to the female body. So when we're talking about female athletes, and you're working with the manager as a coach, or if you are a female athlete and you're trying to understand how you work, you've got to recognise even things like testing. So everyone talks about the 3 weeks on, 1 week easy recovery, and fix tests for running or cycling or swimming or any of the sports you're doing, try and see measurements of improvement. First of all, we made the assumption that menstrual cycles are exactly 28 days, which they almost never are. I think there was a study between 85 or 90% of hormones weren't 28 days. So that means that if you're now working with female athletes, most people are now outside of that normal range. So working 3 weeks on, 1 week off doesn't work. You're going to have erroneous results if you're doing testing every 4 weeks. So you need to make sure that when you're working with an athlete, you understand the hormone responses, secretion levels, and what that means to the athlete as well. So we'll talk about this more specifically about nutrition, and we're going to try and touch over a whole different areas of nutrition, going back along a lot of what we've already spoken about as well. So we've talked about the kind of food and fuel, we've talked about how to fuel for athletes as well, and why you might try and treat things as that sort of standardised model as we work for you as a female athlete, how we can bring that into sort of ways you can work and understanding how hormones and therefore the nutrition you put in can make a difference to your performance as well. So I guess the first thing we need to kind of hit this out with is the fact that there's not very much publication out there. So
and I think that's very much why we're having this conversation as well, to be part of the growing conversation about this subject and to encourage people to be part of research and to actually start talking about it more so that it does get more coverage. The vast majority of nutritional science research is conducted on men because they are nice and simple, they don't have hormones, so they don't create variance in results, and it's just much easier to test men for researchers. So much of the nutrition advice given, that I give predominantly, is based on men, and exactly as we've just discussed, that women are different because, as we're going on to discuss, hormones do make a difference to how you access glycogen, how you your protein requirements before and during training.
Well, I guess the point being that because of the fact that there is very limited education,
Yes.
a lot of what we're working on is, I mean, a fantastic lady, Dr. Stacey Sims, who's written a book called Raw, which is just here, and is a really great resource to have. But it's important to remember this, that because of the fact that there are very few female athletes who are going through a lot of the physiological labs and stuff to get testing done or to get any scientific studies done, and quite often, if the study's not done specifically for women, their results, or maybe a quarter of their results, they can be at the cycle, might just get kicked out because of hormone levels or differences which show to sit outside of line of best fit. So it's important to recognise that actually female-only studies, or studies which are predominantly on females, are very few and far between. And that's, I guess, one of the limitations of going forward, is that we're working off essentially books and knowledge and kind of very small data sets, which makes a lot of what we're now talking about kind of going the rounds of, well, it's not actually publicated science in a huge amount. So we're working on very few case studies, which means just remember that this is still, for all of us, not just those working professionally, it's an area which is getting a lot more attention, but it's an area which needs to get a lot more resource as well, which is quite important. So we've, I guess we started off pointing out this is very much a debate.
Yeah, it's very much a conversation that we'd like you to be part of. Dr. Sim is very good in her book at pointing out how hormones impact the body, but the actual studies on what we should therefore do and how we should fuel and recover female athletes is not there yet.
Hopefully, there's some young budding exercise as well, just watching this, and they'll be like, yeah, great, my PhD, my master's, got the studies all squared away, and more of those things can be published in the next few years to make everyone's life better. So let's see, we started off initially talking about macros, so let's go right back to the basics and let's talk about that initial fuel composition, because again, if you're looking at it, it changes through the month, so how will it adapt as you go through that?
So, what it suggests, what the research we have suggests is that some of the months we're not that much different to men, and we can follow the general guidelines, and that's during the low hormone phases. But during the higher hormone phases, that potentially women need more carbohydrate, and certainly around training, more glucose to go in, so fueling during actually becomes more important. It's thought that during high hormone phases, women can't access glycogen as effectively as during low hormone phases, because the energy needs to be kept in case there's been a fertilised egg which needs to be grown. So there's a store that the body wants to keep a certain level of glycogen for that purpose. So we don't release as much for general energy metabolism for exercise, which suggests therefore women need to in that high hormone phase, actually increase their carbohydrate even more, and certainly during training and competition, importantly, need to be taking on more carbohydrates. So going back to that if they need to be taking on more glucose during the competition, they need to be practicing that in training. Because you can't just suddenly say, oh, look, I'm in the second half of my period, I've got competition coming up, I better increase the amount of carbohydrate that I'm taking on during. And the other noticeable difference there was that while general guidance is that for 1 hour exercise, you don't really need to be taking on any nutrition other than water. It's only sort of towards the two hour mark. then you go to 30, then 60, then 90. Certainly the suggestions by Dr. Simmons is that even 1 hour training, you should be going up as high as between 50, depending on the phase, 50 and 60 grams of carbohydrate an hour during exercise.
And I guess so those carbohydrates clearly different times, but then we're looking at sort of fats and then proteins as well. I know fats, as I said before, sort of sorted themselves out, so I think proteins first.
So what from the reasons here? Again, it's all about that predominantly the biggest differences are in that high hormone phase. And well, first, let me take a step back. So women don't metabolize protein as efficiently as men, and certainly as they get older, they don't. They certainly once women reach menopause, protein is not metabolized as efficiently. So muscle synthesis, muscle hypertrophy, becomes harder because not as much protein is being taken up by the muscles. But also, progesterone is a powerful, quite a strong muscle, breaks down muscle. So, whereas normally we'd say a little bit of protein before training is beneficial, what the message is here is that during that high hormone phase, putting protein in before training is actually quite important to prevent muscle breakdown. And certainly afterwards, which we always talk about anyway, protein afterwards is really, really important. The bit that I find interesting is that protein beforehand. So a lot of we talked in previous webinars about the protein. Some people would find taking protein in before training or before a race quite difficult because it's going to be in the gut and cause gut distress. So from these readings, the suggestion is 15 to 20 grams of protein before training while you're in that high hormone phase. That would be equivalent of about 200 grams of 0% fat yogurt, which I do think most people could take, people with ideas that are not having dairy, obviously can't. But what I found interesting here, which I'd have to do more reading about, and would be one way to get through it, if you're not taking the protein on as a food, and I'm very, very much, as you know, food first, the recommendation is 5 to 7 grams of branching amino acids to be taken as a supplement before training, which therefore wouldn't have the same effect, cause so much gut distress of actually eating that whole food beforehand. So again, it's what's right for the individual. If they find it difficult to take on the food before training, it might be that it is during that phase of the period that they need to consider supplementation.
And it's, again, really cool to hear. Key message there is before training and reading, and the number of times, generally athletes, but I've definitely noticed an increase when working with female athletes, where they'll be like, oh, I haven't had any breakfast and I've come swimming, or I've had any breakfast and I've done this. And what we're seeing is that about 50% of the time, if they're having, not only if they're not having breakfast beforehand, but if they're not having breakfast with proteins in there, they're actually doing themselves a disservice in their training sessions. Not least because they're going to take longer to recover and they're going to break down, but they're actually going to make themselves kind of more likely to pick up injuries, going to find things harder to fuel, cortisol levels going up as well, going to get more stress. We talked about that a second ago, so we can bring that kind of conversation in as well.
But also potentially they can make themselves weaker.
Yeah.
And I just see this again and again in athletes that do the hard work, but I see it's the hard work, actually training. But one of the main points of training, as well as obviously improving your aerobic capacity, etc., is to make yourself stronger. Whereas if you've gone into a training session without eating, so if you haven't got carbs in, you could be using more protein, and breaking down more protein to create energy anyway. But then if you're in the phase where protein is being broken down at a high rate, if you haven't eaten appropriately beforehand in that, and then you don't recover that properly, all you've done in that swim session is make yourself weaker. Maybe improve your stroke technique if they listen to you properly as well. But yeah, we could potentially, and then make yourself weaker, certainly increase the risk of injury.
And if we pick up that point as well, we talked about progesterone earlier, or just now actually, but we talked about that and how by having lower protein levels in and also not necessarily taking it straight afterwards, we're going to find ourselves with increased cortisone elevation. And that means that potentially increased fat retention. So a lot of people, yes, okay, they do the training to get fitter and stronger, but again, a lot of time it's sort of more of a weight focus thing. There's something we talked about how now is the time that if you're working on weight loss management and everything else. So again, if you're getting the protein intake incorrect to begin with, and not only are you going to make yourself weaker, but if you're looking for a weight loss or at least a change in body composition, you're going to see actually you're holding on to this up as well, which is crazy place to be in.
Which we see with the protein and also the carbohydrate, the low carbohydrate diets as well, that it puts the body, stresses the body releases cortisol, and holds on to fat and also causes inflammation in the body.
So, fat then, we said to finish that last macro one, it sorts itself out again now?
It does. And I want to, it basically will again, if you're having the right, I do tend to, when I'm writing plans, focus on the protein and the carb, that we've got those right. And then as long as the person has taken in the sufficient calories, the fat does tend to be work itself out. With general guidance being 70 grams a day for women, 90 grams for men. If you're training hard, I would take that up slightly because also in the mixture you're burning more, you're oxidising more fat. Again, very much a focus on unsaturated fat rather than saturated fat, so fats from plant-based sources rather than animal sources. With fat, though, can I jump back to something that I should have said earlier on carbohydrates? And sorry, I know I'm jumping around here. That what I should have said with when we were talking about the carbohydrates is that women naturally oxidize in energy metabolism. So all the figures that I always use and show off when I'm doing presentations, have graphs and things, are based on the average male, how much fat they oxidize, how much protein they use, and how much glucose and glycogen for protein to mix their energy metabolism. But women actually metabolize more, have a higher rate of fat oxidation in energy creation than men. So therefore, if they need to up the intensity of their training, again, that's why it's important to put glucose in while they're training.
And I guess also, I mean, we're going to go away now from nutrition, but looking maybe slightly into that training side of things. Also, you can use that point in the hormone cycle, your menstrual cycle, or from use of a period to really get everyone confused about it. You can use those points with the hormones to then train more effectively. If you're in a position where you've got higher estrogen, you need to put more fuel in, or you'll be oxidizing a bit more fat. So going to a high intensity test type workout, it's going to be harder to do. And there are ways of mitigating it, which I guess that's probably a follow-on conversation if you are having issues around managing menstrual cycle pain and period plans. You can look at overheating and stuff. We'll come on to it a bit as well later on, but there are ways of dealing with that. But in general, you want to try and know when those points are to avoid testing or change the workout type as well. Yeah,
and I think I don't think you made this. I know we were talking about it earlier. I don't think you made that point in this conversation. Is that women should be tracking their cycles so that they know how long their cycles are going to be, when they are going to be high hormones, when they're going to be lower hormones, and exactly as you say, so they can actually use that to their advantage and have that conversation potentially with you, so then that the right type of training can be set for different cycles in the different hormone levels in their cycle, and then they can also be fueled sufficiently so that, again, it could come down to you set something, not realising it's a high hormone phase. If they're working for me, I haven't put enough carbohydrate in, and then they spend the second half of that month thinking, my performance is really dipping here, why is that? Blaming something that they're not doing. And it turns out we potentially haven't got the training and the nutrition right.
I think that's true. I mean, I've definitely passed on to my female athletes, hey, track the cycle, There's an app called Fitter out there, which is great for that, and links in with a coaching account as well. And probably less than half of them have done or are wanting to make that kind of, and it makes it harder too. If you've got an athlete, or if you are an athlete who's like, oh, didn't feel like it this month, my training's going downhill or anything like that, then it's almost certainly, we talked about, the first thing we spoke about was we have a training plan and we have a nutrition plan sitting alongside it, and the two have to work together. And what we're saying here is the two still work together, they still exist, but we're working off your own body's cycle, because that's the set, the beat which we have to work to. We can't work to anything else. Anything else just doesn't work.
That's how the body works, and we have to work the body rather against it for the best results.
So let's move on to then fueling. So we talked about food and fuel in the series of presentations. Now we talk about fuel again coordinate, and I guess this opens quite a few more doors, because there's lots of things going on. But I know we spoke about it. So actually, if things are working for you, then it would be wise to maybe test some stuff, but actually see if there's a better improved performance, but not necessarily deviate too far from that as a starting point. If things are working, you have to cut the stress, you haven't got any issues with overheating, you feel quite good, you may have got lucky. And every single race just lined up perfectly at the same point in your interventional cycle, but maybe it actually found something that works. How does it change and differ?
So I think the main thing, as we've discussed, is that, well, first of all, actually, let's just take a step back. We haven't actually really started at the top, that for fueling requirements, a few days before the period, actually, the metabolic rate goes up. So actually, you need 10 to 20% more calories. So again, your energy intake as a whole has to go up. Then we'll start looking at everything underneath that fueling. So you might, just need to be eating. And generally, our bodies do tell us that. We generally are hungry. So again, it's listening to your body.
So is that where the cravings come in?
Well, potentially, yes. Because your body can say, you know what, I need a few more calories here. I'm hungry. I'm doing quite a lot of work for you. Can you please fuel it for me and give me some energy to share? So then we go on to fueling race, and I think, as I already commented, that in certain phases, certainly the high hormone phase, there's a higher carbohydrate requirement compared to the when you're during your period and immediately afterwards. So that's that. The hydration, is that what you're going to want to as well?
We can hit the fueling side of things first of all. If there are any more differences, then we can hit hydration.
The main differences are, that you'll need to start taking on glucose maybe on an area and on shorter training sessions, whereas before we only looked at needing to take on carbohydrate for longer sessions. So those shorter sessions need to be fueled. That's probably the main points to make around that.
Because I guess when you've got that high level of fat oxidation, that's great. But if you're working in an intense level and you're racing, that doesn't make a difference. You still need that, like to go straight into glycogen stores and be using carbohydrates, your fuel.
Energy is created quicker when we have glucose, which is why we're saying fuel training if you want to train as hard as you possibly can and fuel those races sufficiently. You need to make sure you fuel those.
The intensity is why the carbohydrates are important regardless.
It is, sorry, that's what I was saying. So we make energy faster with the glucose and glycogen involved. So if you're increasing your fat percentage of that, so for endurance, for example, optimally, it's about 80% of that energy is based from glucose and glycogen, some from fat and a very small amount from protein. So if you're increasing that fat oxidation, it takes longer to create that energy. So again, it can cause fatigue and it's not delivered to the muscles as fast as if we have a higher percentage of glucose and glycogen available. And if that's endurance type exercise. If we go to HIIT type exercise, explosive HIIT type exercise, we go up to over 90% glucose and glycogen optimally. So if the body is forcing you to oxidize more fat by putting that glucose in, you can help with that energy metabolism being delivered faster for that high intense exercise.
I know you want to jump into hydration this afternoon, so a lot of, I suppose, a lot of symptoms of periods and points within going into a race is overheating, finding it harder to kind of cool the body down. And so is there anything which comes out of that with regards to hydration levels and I guess also salt uptake?
Yeah, again, which certainly we talked about this a lot in one of the previous sessions. That hydration is the hardest thing to get, I feel, that the hardest thing to get right in an athlete. And that we encourage people to go and get a sweat test so they knew how much of the different electrolytes they were losing in their sweat, because the supplements out there are all very, very different, and finding the right one for you would actually be beneficial. And from these readings, we know that during certain phases of the period, high hormones, we lose more sodium in our sweat, which just makes it more complicated. That I've said, go and get a sweat test, but potentially you need to get 2 sweat tests, one in the first half of the month and one in the second half of the month, because you're going to be sweating differently. And hydration is such an important thing, both for performance, and very much because of cooling, that we're sweating sufficiently, and again, how much liquid to take on.
So I guess what you're saying is that there's a danger if you get it wrong, when you're getting your sweat test done, that you could actually end up hyponatremic because you've got rid of all your salts.
Yeah.
And just keeping to the same nutrition plan, which doesn't have that increased elevation of salts. So essentially, I mean, I think people know the danger of just drinking water and exercise and not off it and getting hyponatremia, which is basically when your blood is very, very low concentration of electrolytes or salts, and you end up really, in serious instances, can lead to death. And so, if you get it wrong, your timing, if you end up being a really salty sweater when you're in a high hormone phase, you find that actually you need to replenish those salts. And if you didn't know that, then you could have a terrible race purely because of the salt.
And again, that's the thing. I think that's, we need to sort of probably make the difference. How exactly do people want to do it? So certainly your elite level athletes need to be completely on top of this. For those that do try and come just for fun of it but want to do quite well, this is still important, but for the reason that, they might not perform as well, but it's not that they just miss the podium and are going to be desperately upset about that. But it is, again, going back to this whole psychological thing, I'm not as good at triathlon as I thought I was, and purely it was because they potentially just needed a different electrolyte. It could be as simple as that. But also we need to look at it the other way around. If they have their sweat test with sweating more sodium, also taking too much sodium in during can actually cause water retention, which then has a negative impact on cooling. So that's why I particularly want to mention hydration. That is a really, really difficult subject anyway. Put hormones on top of that, it just complicates it even more. And I feel that by doing sweat tests would be the best way for someone to start understanding the hydration requirements. And again, monitoring the kind of the during their cycle as well will actually give an indication of whether one's hydrated enough or not.
So going back to the same point, which is you need to be aware of where you are in the cycle if you're doing any sort of sport to get the most out of your body.
Yeah. To get the most out of your body and not be frustrated with yourself when you haven't performed as well, because or put on as much muscle. So that you understand you have the right expectations of your body at the right time of the cycle.
So moving on, so obviously that's general female population. As you reach certain ages, and that changes a little bit, you then start moving to perimenopausal and eventually menopausal. So what would be the changes that people go through from a nutritional point of view as you move into the menopausal stages, if you like.
Well, what happens? Hormones drop, hormone levels drop, and you think, wow, so good was that? I'm not going to have all these ups and downs through the months, but it's not as simple as that. There's a lot of research away from sports nutrition on that as we move through the decades, we don't metabolize protein as efficiently, we don't turn over muscle, make new muscle as efficiently, and that's, if we go away from sports nutrition, has a big focus for stopping all the people becoming frail, and being frail is often what then leads to a decline. So there's a lot of research into this area, and that's definitely what happens in menopause. And if you're looking to be committed in triathlon, obviously muscle repair and strengthening is really, really important. So the guidance there is very clear that your protein requirements, just for well-being, go up anyway, and that's, as I say, that's that recommendation outside of sports nutrition. So the general for well-being recommendation is 0.8 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight. 0.8 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight per day. That goes up to about 1.2 just for no exercise, just to be...
So about 50% more already.
Yeah. And then what the point is made very clearly in Dr. Smith's book is that the importance of, like we were talking about earlier, the importance of protein before and making sure you're recovering that so that you're not breaking down your muscle at an even higher rate.
And I think she also talked about in her book the importance of not only taking on board proteins and everything before, but also lifting weights for the bone density.
Yeah, that's really, really important. We haven't touched on bone density, but yes, certainly having enough calcium, vitamin D, phosphorus, but also weight-bearing exercise is important for bone health, as well as muscle hypertrophy, also bone health.
I guess the obvious last question is, that's fine, but does that mean I can't race when I'm at high hormone levels or just before?
Can I just say, sorry Philip, can I just say one more thing on menopause?
Yeah, please.
Just before we go into that. And it is, I must say, I wasn't aware of this until I read the research around this, is that apparently after menopause you don't actually transport fructose as efficiently. So therefore you, if you've heard me chatting before, you're and as Philip said, much about, always going on about the importance. If you're going up to 90 grams, ideally you're up at 90 grams of carbohydrate per hour, once you go over 2-3 hours of exercise, or certainly in a race, and that you can only transport 60 grams of glucose, 30 grams of fructose, so it has to be a mix. The message in here is very strongly that as women reach menopause, they don't transport fructose as effectively, suggesting that a pure glucose strategy is more suitable. So that is an acceptance of, I'm not going to be able to put so many carbohydrates in during the race or during training, so therefore it puts more pressure on when I come in with larger glycogen stores. And again, it would be very individual. So that's something that people, once they've reached perimenopause and menopause, do need to start thinking, am I getting more gut stress? Is that caused because I am still, as the advice is out there, to be using fructose in this combination, but that's not being taken out of the gut and causing gut distress.
No, I mean, being given as recommendations, but it's what I've used all my life.
Yeah, exactly. Do things.
Yeah, I've been following the rules. I've never had problems before, and then suddenly I'm starting to have issues, and I'm getting that confused about how can I get that better?
And could potentially be the fructose.
Yeah, so sorry, I was just asking them, was, really, really good. I see my high hormones. Does that mean I can't race on if I've got my period coming up? A few days before my period, and I'm racing. How does that work?
No,
it's actually period times where hormones actually the opposite trick.
Obviously, being female, I'm aware of other issues that you're going to have to think about when you're racing if you're on your period. But hormonally, that is actually when you're most likely to be performing your best. Because the hormones are low, you can stick to the traditional fueling strategies. There are some recommendations in the book for, obviously, you're shedding your uterus, and that can cause cramping. So hormonally and performance-wise, if we just look at that, it's very much suggested that's actually when people perform, females perform really, really well. So again, having that, not going into a race, that period when people perform really badly, you know, sure, Mark Bellamy, we have a lot to say about psychology of going into a race, but not thinking I'm going to perform badly because I'm on my period. Because no, you know what, you can perform your best, but you're not going to be performing your best if you're cramping, and some people do get quite strong stomach cramps around their period. What the recommendations in this book are that, and from general research around PMT anyway, is the recommendations here are supplementation, but I'll talk about food as well. 250 milligrams of magnesium, 1 gram of omega-3, 45 milligrams of zinc. You know, the 3 that they are. Going into for the 5 days before your period to reduce cramping. The magnesium of 250 milligrams, you can actually do by food. You could just ramp up the magnesium in your food. I worked that out to be, if you're having oats, an average sized bowl of oats for breakfast, having something like whole grain rice with your lunch and quinoa with your dinner, and then a handful of cashew nuts during the day as a snack, you would actually reach that level of magnesium anyway. So potentially, you know, that's quite a healthy diet, including those things in there. Especially
going into food race as well.
Exactly. So I think, if someone just wants to supplement, the recommendation from here is 250 milligrams, but you could do that with food. You can do the omega-3, certainly through salmon, having salmon on those days, and some linseed. The zinc, unless you're going to eat oysters, of the recommendations in here are not achievable, so that would have to be a supplement.
I've had a particularly bad experience with most of the ones before. I should say that probably wouldn't be anything that pre-race.
Yeah, pre-race oysters. They don't want to carry a bit of risk with them.
Absolutely. Actually, I don't know if we could jump around, but there was something which I was reading about the leucine as well, in terms of the importance of leucine, which is quite difficult to get if you're looking, and I don't want to start a whole plant-based conversation or anything, but it is harder to get out of plant-based diets.
It is.
So when you are looking at having proteins, particularly in the high hormone phase, making sure you're actually getting that leucine.
Yeah. So leucine's as you know, is one of the amino acids. It's one of the essential ones, which means we need to get in our diet. That the recommendations in here are to supplement. So why we're particularly talking about leucine is it's one of the most important, it's the most important amino acid for muscle build. The recommendations here are to supplement, but milk, dairy is actually very high in leucine, and you can certainly get sufficient if you're having enough dairy to give you your calcium requirements in a day for females. You'll be going to get enough leucine. What you need to think what you need to actually think is the timing of that. You actually need that around training. So again, perhaps a smoothie or some yogurt before training. That's an optimal protein because you've also got the leucine going in, and then using yogurt or milk after training would provide you with that as well.
So I guess.
That is, totally. That is away from animal source proteins, you potentially do need to look at supplementing. Potentially.
So I think we've got time now for some questions. If there's any questions going on here, I know Jamie said, I'm liking the talk so far because women need more carbohydrates, glucose and cakes. Loving the advice. I guess I have to put that back to you and say, is that the main takeaway from this?
The main takeaway is that carbohydrate intake should also through the month. A cake is absolutely fine, but isn't the most effective fueling source because it doesn't have the other vitamins and minerals needed for a good performance and well-being. But yeah, I think you'd say at a certain time of the month, in that high hormone phase, the suggestions are that a female does need more carbohydrate. And again, I think it's just working on when I work with clients, it tends to be the females, not always, it tends to be the females that are more carbophobia.
Which I think we touched on the last one as well.
Yeah. And it's just saying that carbohydrates aren't going to make you, as long as you're having the right time, at the right time, and the right amount, which again will vary through the month, they're not going to make you fat, they're going to just make you perform better.
Doesn't seem to be any more questions going on here, so you've done them in silence, which is a good sign. So I think wrapping up, I guess, most important thing is track the period.
Yeah.
So you can keep a track of where you are at any stage, any day. Then from that, we can build the training and the nutrition plan together. And then on top of that, you then have to recognise that because of the fact that you have differences within hormones, you've got to make sure that you are getting the right type of fuel, macronutrients at the right time, and making sure, I mean, we mentioned iron, but we've mentioned iron before about supplementing, obviously, if you're going through menstrual period.
Yeah.
But making sure that you actually have got the things at the right time when your body needs it.
Yes.
And I guess the key one would be don't get rid of, make sure that you're getting protein in before and definitely after, because you don't have that much time afterwards to make sure you've got it in.
Yeah. Yes. And again, as we said, this is very much a discussion. We don't know all the answers yet.
Yes,
it's a really exciting area, and I think going forward over the next few years, certainly over the next decade, we will see women athletes being fueled differently, and that really accelerating. I mean, female athletes are doing brilliantly at the moment anyway, but we're just seeing the females coming more and more to the front of the field once we start fueling females how they need to be fueled, once we have the research to actually give us proper guidelines. At the moment, it's very much a discussion. It looks like this is what we should be doing. Yeah.
Well, I think it's interesting as well, and this is going back to more what she's got a couple of good TED Talks out there, Stacey Sims, and there's an interesting general point, which is because of the fact that women and men have different physiologies from birth, when men hit puberty, they get stronger, leaner, more testosterone, more aggressive. They kind of almost naturally go into sport more easily because they have all those things. But as soon as you become go to puberty as a female, your hips get wider, shoulders get wider, so you lose all your coordination.
Yeah.
You actually your movement's different, so you're going to start struggling with forces and stresses. Your bones are slightly more brittle. You're losing. All these things come with puberty for females, and that can put a lot of girls off sport.
Yeah,
because suddenly when they used to be able to throw a ball really well, or kick a ball, they can't, and you get those horrible stories like you throw it at a girl or things like that, which just isn't fair or true.
And should be seen as a proud thing to do.
And should be seen as a proud thing to do. But the point being that actually this type of stuff and research which is going on potentially will mean that not only are we going to see better feeling for athletes when they're getting through to their prime, we're going to see more female athletes coming through as well, because they've got more people understand what we're talking about, helping them improve. We've actually got a feedback point from Jamie saying cakes contribute to well-being in the sense that it provides short-term happiness. So don't have it for breakfast. And then another person, Carly, said, through the off-season and focusing 90% on S&C, is there any advice you can give regarding the timing of nutrition? I train very, very early in the morning and always fasted. Should I be trying to eat anything before?
Yeah. I know we have discussed this before. I would really, really be encouraging you to be fueling before that session. If it's an S&C session, going back to what we were saying before, you don't want to be using your muscles. That session is to make you stronger. You don't want to be breaking your muscles down to use it for energy. I know athletes don't like eating before training in the morning, but things like liquids, people find easier. So again, something like a smoothie, go very low fat, because that's going to cause you less gut stress. adequate protein and the carbohydrate for the protein sparing. So something like a smoothie of skim milk, milk percent yogurt, a banana, potentially some berries. I know there's some debate around that, but I'd say put some berries in, or some mango. And then depending on how long your session is and how the intensity of that session, it would be potentially some honey in there as well, also some fast.
So hopefully, Carly, you picked up the
and make sure you cover it as well.
Yeah.
Protein.
So Carly, hopefully about yes, absolutely should be doing this, eating something beforehand. Definitely don't do this fasted, and making sure you've got protein in there for a bit of carbohydrates, and then straight afterwards as well, making sure you're having the recovery.
Yeah.
Straight back in there.
Yeah, you can potentially use the same smoothie, just slightly less without honey, potentially depending on when you're training next.
There you go. Excellent, Bob. Thank you very much. I'm looking forward to watching this this conversation continue going forward in the years. I'm sure we'll come back to this again and think, well, we've got a whole lot of rubbish and how things have changed going down. But the key thing is starting the conversation, and if people start talking about it and raising questions, then it only means that we're going to improve it. So thank you very much for your time, Helen. Thank you very much for joining in. And next week we're going to basically pick up everything which we haven't quite managed to fit in previously. So I've taken notes of things which need to get covered. Maybe we'll get some other questions back on this, which we're going to come back into as well. So if people leave comments down below, that's great. Otherwise, we'll get definitely something going back to that diabetes point on there. I think there was the other one that was.
I think we were going to touch on gut distress as
well. And the complexity of the prebiotics as well.
Oh, gut bacteria.
Yeah, gut bacteria as well. So a whole load of different different areas. We'll definitely be jumping around a little bit. But if you've got any questions in the meantime, as far as Dan, we'll get back to you on anything really now. It's the last opportunity to use Helen's brain for 45 minutes or so. It's great. So, Helen, thank you very much for your time.